Lounge, man. Y'all remember to tip your waitstaff? Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you a tip. We're gonna cross some lines. We're gonna get a little offensive. You guys wanna stab me in the parking lot, okay? So the waitstaff doesn't have to clean it up inside. They could just wash it off with a hose real quick, okay? Now, I was trying to bring my girlfriend in here with me because we have a lot of similarities. Like, she'll walk into a room, people are like, man, she is glowing. She is beautiful. And I'll walk into a room, people are like, man, look at this fucking flamer, you know? A little bit of similarities. But she's not coming tonight. I tried to tell her my jokes. She didn't laugh at them, and now she's at home in baggy clothes with some sunglasses and excuses. She looks like Conor McGregor from last weekend. Man.
Oh, shit!
I'm just playing. I don't have a girlfriend. She left me a long time ago. She did, man. I started dating a girl with kids, which is different. I don't know if anybody ever dated a girl with kids or not, but we were sitting on her couch one day, and she was like, hey, why don't you tell my kid a joke real quick? I said, tell your kid a joke? She's like, yeah. I was like, no, not right now. She's like, come on, tell him a joke, get him a laugh. I was like, all right. Hey, Rusty, you want to hear something funny? And he shook his head. I was like, I come where you came from. Now, ain't that funny? Right? Now, he didn't get it. She didn't laugh. So she's staring at me like I'm everything that's wrong in the world. She's staring at me like I just sang the national anthem in Arabic at a 9/11 memorial service or something, you know? She's staring at me like I just tried to talk a bunch of people into putting an O.J. Simpson statue in front of an abused women's shelter or something, you know? And I was like, why? She's like, well, you can't talk to him like that. What are you trying to teach him? I said, teach him? She said, yeah. I said, you told me to tell him a joke, not teach him a lesson. I'll teach him a lesson. I say, hey, Rusty. He looks at me and goes, what? Easy pussy is like cheap Chinese food.
Yeah.
Sounds really good when you're drunk, but it takes about a week to get the smell out your house, you know?
Yes, the peroxide.
So,
no, that's true.
So we ended it for a little while, but then we had to get back together. Right around Thanksgiving time, she found out she was pregnant. So we decided to give it another shot, you know? So we're going Christmas shopping, and her little boy turns around and he goes, hey, Billy, what did Santa get me for Christmas? I said, chill out, bro. You'll find out on Christmas what Santa got you for Christmas. Why don't you just be patient? And this lady behind me heard this, and she tapped me on the shoulder, and she goes, hey, don't tell your kid he's getting something nice for Christmas. What does that mean if another kid doesn't? Does that mean Santa likes some kids and not others? And I said, ma'am, everybody knows that Santa's a Republican, and he hates poor people and immigrants. So why don't you chill out? She's like... I was like, it's not his fault that he hates them. They never leave him milk and cookies, and their heat is usually off. And she was like, you know what? You're a little out of line. Why don't you try getting some stress out of your life? Why don't you try some yoga? I said, you want me to try yoga? She's like, yeah. I was like, ma'am, I got gonorrhea from a yoga mat. She's like, oh shit, really? You did? And I was like, yeah. Some people tell the blame slut between me and the yoga mat, but I don't like to say bad things about my mother, you know? She didn't think that was funny. She's like, look, man, you're a sick motherfucker, man. You need some Jesus in you. I said, ma'am, I named my dildo Jesus, and it's in me right now. And she was appalled, you know? This lady just walked right out the store. And the girl's just staring at me, and she's like, you know what? There's something wrong with you. I was like, yeah, I know. I don't say the right things often. But she was like, do you talk to your mother like that? And I said, man, yeah, I do. You know, I do talk to my mother like that. My mother understands that I make fun of people I like. I make fun of people I love. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't say anything about you. So, I have a brother, right? And he's got cerebral palsy, autism, and epilepsy. I think I might be supposed to leave now.
Yeah.
You're good.
That's about right.
I like that song. I got another song though. Anybody here from Louisiana? Yeah? Anybody ever heard of a group called 504 Boys?
504.
Yeah. They got a song, right? You remember? If you guys remember, sing along with me. It goes, now you ain't gotta say too much. I can tell from the look in your eyes you wanna fuck. And they say,
you ain't gotta call me a boo. Just as bad as you wanna fuck, I wanna fuck too.
Exactly. So that's the song I danced to at my wedding, right? It went pretty good, you know? My wife's family didn't take it too well. Her dad was like, what the fuck is this sick motherfucker doing, you know? But my mom took it just fine because she's used to me. Like I was just telling you about my brother, you know? He's got cerebral palsy, autism, and he's epileptic.
Music's coming!
But my mom will tell you that I'm the retarded one. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. Like, she's teaching him sign language because he'd tell you I'm retarded too, but he can't talk. So I'm learning sign language. I walk into the house the other day and she goes, "Hey Billy, this means hurt." She goes, "So if your head hurts, and if your stomach hurts," and I go, "First of all, Mom, this is docking, right?" Now my mom didn't know what docking was, so she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I said, "Docking is when two gay dudes jam their penises together, like this."
Crossing swords, right?
Yeah? So she was like, "Oh, like when you and your friends play swords." I was like, "Easy, Mom. First of all, we call it lightsabers because most of the size is all lighting and imagination."
Right.
That was a good one, though. She goes, "You got your wit from me, not from your dad." And I said, "Yeah, well, I got his right cross, so why don't you check yourself real quick, you know?"
Oh.
I'm just playing. So, all right, let's cross some more lines.
Yeah, because
I was helping my buddy work on his car one time, right? And I had a bunch of grease on me. And he was like, "Hey, how does it feel to be black?" And I say, "You know what, it's pretty good. But I gotta wash it off and get back to that color of superiority, you know?" This was years ago, and he goes, "Name me one fucking thing that you guys have superiority at. Because you can't say politics, because Barack Obama's president." I was like, "All right, you got me." "Because you can't say sports, and I don't gotta say why." I was like, "All right, you got me." He was like, "You can't say music, and I don't gotta say why." I was like, "All right, you got me. But you still can't cross the road until a little white man tells you can you?" He thought it was funny. All right, so we gotta start bringing two different ideas together, okay? The other day I was sitting on the couch with my girlfriend, and we're reading different articles. She's reading an article about 6 different ways to naturally brighten your anus, you know?
I know
And it involves a tomato, 20 minutes a day, and
I
lemon
told you not to
juice.
look at that
And I
shit
don't
up.
know who can do that. And I'm reading an article about why is the brain so much more evolved than the body? And the leading theory is that back in the day, our ancestors started eating all these fucking mushrooms, and they started tripping their balls off, which sounds a little ridiculous until you start to consider Bible stories, you know? Like if you ask Noah, "Noah, why the fuck are you building a boat?" And he's like, "It's been raining for 40 days and 40 nights, and it's not gonna stop, so I brought 2 of every animal." It sounds crazy, but if you take into account he's fucking tripping, it makes a lot more sense, you know? So I'm all about bringing 2 things together, all right? And 2 things you'd never see together are gangsters and gays, okay? So I decided to mix the 2 together. And this is a Billy Eagle exclusive. You guys are gonna see something completely new.
Oh, woo!
All right. Anybody ever familiar with a little group called NWA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
You guys remember the album that came out before their greatest hits album? What was it called? Anybody remember?
Straight out Compton.
That's right. So we're straight out the closet right now, all right? Now we're gonna mix these 2 groups here. Here we go. It's gangster gays, all right? So it's gangster gays, and they do things in gangster ways, spending their gangster days being a G on a street and a fag in the sheets. Don't hide your kids, don't hide your wife, because we're after daddy tonight.
Yeah. Daddy.
All right. All right, now we're changing up the scene with a different type of dream team. You see what we mean when you see what we bring. We're aiming for that top spot with a different definition of a G spot. Gangsta gays do it better, cuz when we come together, we come together, cuz. Just remember, cuz, as you go to sleep tonight, your dreams be like, your rhymes be like, mine be, right? But your rhymes more like your dick. Ain't nobody feeling it. Mine's a lot like Speedy Gonzalez. Is it small? Yes. But when I lay it down, it's so fast it'll spin your fucking head around.
Yeah.
Now, it's more than the way I flow. Why don't you take a step back, utilize your eyes, and recognize this ain't no disguise. I'm fresher than 5 Guys potato fries. Because it's them gangster gays that doing things in gangster ways. Spending our gangster days being a G on the streets and a fag in the sheets. Don't hide your kids, don't hide your wife. We're after daddy tonight.
He meant straight out.
Let's step it up a little bit. It's a group. There's 2 of them. One of them's gay, and the other one's a little bit gayer, right?
Oh, yes! 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 That's what I'm saying.
You remember you sleep with me tonight, right?
What?
Like you thought about it, right?
Alright.
But I see nip.
Woo! You
Nip.
guys ready?
There we go.
Alright. Hang on, wait.
Oh!
Now I'm the freshest dude when it comes to the crew. You ask who them queers with attitude. That QWA. We put the G in gangsta and the A in gay. Now motherfuckers want to pull my G card just because I take the D hard? Check it out. I'm harder than you could dream about being when your mind starts conceiving. Hell, you might start believing that you stand just to have a chance because you caught me in some tight pants. Janet Jackson, I have a wardrobe malfunction. All right?
So why the fuck you borrow my shirt? You should ask. Your boobs to me, man.
Anyways, that's my show.
And I'm sticking to it.
You can follow me at Instagram at _Billy_Eagle. I love you guys.